Hey, it's Tesla Canuck here. I'm on the boardwalk here in Quebec City, just outside the Chateau Frontenac, which is a beautiful hotel. Actually, before I start this video, I just want to talk a little bit about this destination. If you have a Tesla and you're looking for a great destination, a great road trip, Quebec City, I highly recommend it. It's just such a fantastic spot. Anyhow, a big change to our schedule today. My son has actually come down with a flu, so we're going to abandon our trip out east, so we won't hit St. Andrews. We're actually going to go home today, but that's going to make for an interesting Tesla video as well, because we're going to cover 875 kilometers today. We're going to be hitting Tesla chargers in Pointe-Leclerc in Quebec, and also in Kingston, Ontario. So I'll break out the camera for those and I'll tell you guys all about those supercharger locations, what's around there, things to do. And I'll wrap things up when I get home and let you know how the trip went and what the stats look like. At our first stop, having left Quebec City, I guess about 3 hours or so ago, and you can see we've done 306 kilometers and we've used 42 kilowatt hours and we averaged 138 watt hours per kilometer. So again, and I know there's been some comments on the forum and whatnot, but about the other two videos about how am I able to do better than rated, and I don't know, it's really interesting. I guess maybe I don't have a lead foot or something, but I consistently get less than 150 watt hour per kilometer. Now I'll do a conversion when I produce the video for my American friends. So anyhow, this is great. I'm going to show you what's around here, but I'm at Pointe-Claire, which is actually a really nice mall, and there's 20 superchargers here. There's only one other Tesla right now, so wide open spaces. This is looking up to be a very awesome Tesla supercharger location. Again, this is Pointe-Claire. It's a huge mall, huge supercharging location, and there's just a ton to do around here in the mall. There's everything from a Best Buy to an Apple store. They got a really great food court. This might be my favorite stop so far as the Tesla superchargers are concerned. So I'll just pan around a little bit so you'll be able to see what's around here. Basically, you can see we've got a ton of Tesla chargers. There's only one other Tesla here right now with me. I'm going to keep panning around. That right there is Highway 40, which is the main route that kind of goes through Montreal. We hit a ton of traffic, but that's another story. Anyhow, this is it. Fantastic supercharger location. Hey there, it's me again. I just wanted to show the charging rate at Pointe-Claire supercharging station, because I know I'll get asked about it. Another solid, the superchargers here in the province of Quebec have been very solid. So you can see here, 117 kilowatt charge, currently charging at 720 kilometers per hour, and it's continuing to go up. So I would expect this is eventually going to hit probably the 750 kilometers per hour. So fantastic, really, really great superchargers here in Quebec. At least that's been my experience. Just arrived in Belleville, Ontario, and we did 344 kilometers, 44 kilowatt hours, and 127 watt hour per kilometer. So that's pretty efficient. We were not hypermiling, obviously. I did use a little trick, which I will share in another video, to improve efficiency. So I'll leave that mystery hanging there until I do a video on it. But yeah, there is a way that you can dramatically increase your range on the freeway. And yeah, so that's it. So I'm going to scope this place out, and I'll shoot a little video, show you guys what's around. It's kind of raining right now, so I'm going to go in first, and hopefully by the time I come out, it'll stop raining. And yeah, so this is Belleville, Ontario Supercharger station, and I think there's something like 20 some odd superchargers here. It's huge. So you can see I've got 117 kilowatts of juice there going in. 744 kilometers per hour. So this is very much similar to the experience in Quebec, and I'm back in my home province of Ontario. So I don't know what's with the stations out where I'm not familiar with, because back at home, close to my house, for example, or in Toronto, I do not get these charging rates. So this is very interesting. You can see there's a massive amount of chargers, ample amount of shopping, lots of restaurants. The chargers just keep on going. It's actually quite incredible. The mall is, it doesn't look like much from this angle, but it's actually pretty decent in size. There's a bunch of food court stuff, some other types of sit-down restaurants. So overall, I would rate this as an excellent Tesla Supercharger station. Where we ended up on that last leg, which was from Belleville, Ontario through to in around the Barrie area in Ontario. So total of 260.3 kilometers and 2.5 hours. So average speed roughly 104. There was some 2-lane highway lower speed limit driving there, but for the most part, I was kind of hammering it a bit home. We're anxious to get home, obviously. We've been on the road all day. So the efficiency isn't quite what we were able to achieve earlier. But anyhow, I wanted you guys to see what the final result was. It was a great trip overall today. 875 kilometers we drove. I'll have to do the math on how many miles that is, and I'll post that when I produce the video. But anyhow, fantastic to do that kind of distance in an electric vehicle. I don't know, like I said in the beginning of this video, I don't know any other electric vehicle today that could achieve this trip in 11 hours. So absolutely astonishing. Kudos to Tesla.